Welcome in, everyone, to episode 77 of the Battle Catz Podcast. I'm your host, Peng, joined by my co-host, Speedy Chief 2, in the flesh. We on video these days.
Yo, look at this, dude. It feels like we're in person. This is pretty sick, honestly.
Yeah. So you have a green screen. Is there anything you could put on the background of it, or you're wearing green too? There's a lot of green going on.
That's the thing. It's a green screen, so I can put whatever I want.
Yeah.
But we're still getting this figured out. So maybe next time I'll be in space or something. Who knows?
Yeah. I wonder how. Maybe there's a way you can figure that out. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, we are in video now. Let's see how this goes. If for some reason you're watching or listening to this and there is no video, then something really messed up happened. But let's hope
Caleb and I are full on malding because somewhere the recording got messed up. So
yeah. And if it is working, then shout out to our buddy Palmer's Up for the awesome layouts. Who at this moment in time we haven't seen yet, so I'm giving him a preemptive shout out. But I'm sure it's going to look great. Yeah.
Caleb, I heard a rumor.
Yeah, what's that?
The rumor is that Polymer's Up is going to hide his face in the overlay somewhere, and you have to find out where it is. It's just like very like sneaky, like where's Waldo?
Give us the backstory of Polymer's Up for those that don't know who this man is and the dubious nature of his existence.
I mean, to be fair, I think you could give a better backstory than me, but Polymer's Up is an enigma. He's the man of many faces and of no face at all. He's impossible to know, but everyone is aware. So it's really a unique situation here. But no, he values his privacy a lot.
That's a riddle in itself.
I know, right? But you've actually met the man. I have not.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we go way back. I met Palmer's Up back in 2017. So you remember how 2016 game dropped and everyone's just going around and catching stuff, and then they dropped raids a year later. So when raids came out, so Palmer's Up is also Valor, and we've been in a lot of the same gyms because there weren't a lot of Valors. What are you, Mystic?
Mystic, dude, come on.
Oh, come on. Mystic's like the most basic one.
What?
Because here's the thing. All right, a lot of people's favorite color is blue. So I'm like, oh, my favorite color is blue. I'm gonna pick blue, right? It's Mystic was also, I believe, the one gym leader in the middle. So it's the first one you see too, right? So a lot of people just getting comfortable, click on the middle. They don't want to go on the fringe, right?
Love at first sight, dude. Come on.
I don't believe in that because
well, you and Basti on. I've seen the way you look at it.
Yeah, it wasn't the first thing I laid eyes on though. That's the thing. But and then they had Valor on the left, I think, or maybe right. I don't know. I think Valor came with next and then Instinct. I give props to anyone who goes Instinct because not a lot of people's favorite color is yellow, right?
It's true.
In fact, I can't really think of anyone's favorite color is yellow. Not a lot of people's favorite color is red, but even less for yellow. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people probably pick it for Zapdos, whoever. I honestly thought that when you pick up the stuff, when you pick the gym leader, they give a little prompt, right? I think Mystic says something about like there's some mystique or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what Instinct even says.
It's like you're cool and calculated and intelligent. I'm like, oh yeah, me for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I think you might have added a few adjectives there, but anyway.
Oh yeah. And handsome too.
yeah. Beardless as well. But and the Valor one, it was like we pride ourselves on making our Pokemon strong and powerful and stuff. And I was like, so I legit thought when I read that, I was like, oh wait, like it's like an actual like attribute they give to all your Pokemon if you're from that team. So I'm like, oh yeah, like I want my Pokemon to be stronger for sure, right?
Oh, I see.
Like, sign myself up for Valor. To be fair, I don't even think I read the Instinct one because I already dead set on Valor at that point. So whatever Spark said, I just tuned out. I was like, I'm going with Valor. And here's the thing, I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of people that pick Mystic, so inherently you're gonna have a lot of people that just drop off from the game that are Mystic, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like those that are Valor and Instinct that played since the early years are hardened through tough times. Because remember the old gym systems with the 10 stack with the Blissies and the Dragonites and Snorlax and whatever and Vaporeons, right? It was hard to get into those gyms if you're Valor or Instinct. Because they're all taking my Mystic. So anyway, so me and my fellow Valor, I always recognize a lot of the Valor in my local area in Atlanta, and Palmer's Up, his username was often there. It was like about like 1 or 2 levels lower than me, but like pretty respectable CP and stuff. And I was known as a Vaporeon guy because I had like 20 plus Vaporeons. Here, I'll show you actually. Now that we have a fancy camera now.
I was going to say, everybody who's listening, thank you so much for listening. But if you're not watching, you're missing all these eye rolls. Like I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache because I'm rolling my eyes so much of this story.
Look at this.
Just over and over again.
Look at this. Look at me.
Whoa, 3,000! Oh my god.
Over 20. Yeah.
Over 20.
Most of these were old too. These are all from 2016 actually. Literally all of them. So anyway, my strategy was when Appraisal came out. You know how it was like if you appraised for like the best stats, it was like 80% or higher. Any EV that was over 80% or higher, I'd evolve it. And if it evolved and it got, because you wouldn't have TMs back then, if it got Hydro Pump, I would max it instantly. So I literally had a bunch. So any EV I called, there's a lot of EVs back then, right? So any EV I called us over 80% IVs, I'd evolve it, and if the luck went in my favor, it was Vaporeon, I max it out instantly. I don't even care. Like some of them are like 82%, some of them are like 86%, whatever.
Gotcha.
And I just drop all these Vaporeons. But the problem is when I lose a Vaporeon from a gym, I wouldn't know which one it is because they're all Vaporeon, right? And you try to get like 10 gyms, collect all the 100 coins. Yeah. So I started making a spreadsheet of specific Vaporeon, which Vaporeon was in which gym. Yeah, I'll take it seriously. I mean, there was nothing else competitive about the game back then, right?
That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, and then Rays came out, and then I met Palmer's up. He's like, "Oh, you're the Vaporeon guy." I was like, "Oh yeah, you're blank," because back then his username was actually not Palmer's up. It was actually his. It was his first two initials, his first name, middle initial, middle initial, and last name. Oh. So that's why I actually have a lot more info than most people because I actually know. Yeah. And here's the kicker. He goes by Justin, right? He's like, "Oh, my name's Justin." This is common knowledge.
Write that down.
I'm not really doxing him here. And it took me forever because I was just like, because when he posts his stuff. When he used to have his old account, it would be some letter, then J, then his last name. The first letter wasn't J, so his first name and middle name didn't have the same initial. I was always confused. I was like, why is your middle initial J when Justin's your first name, right? He's like, no, Justin's my name, right? So he kept saying that. I was just very confused. And then finally, I figured out, I don't know why he's going roundabout. I mean, he's a mysterious man. Roundabout and saying that Justin is actually his middle name, which is why it was so hard for me to figure out his true identity because I was looking up his middle name and last name. Now, it sounds weird. I did all this to try to figure out his birthday because I've known this guy for years. And I don't know his birthday. And I feel so awkward every time it's my birthday. He wished me happy birthday. And for the rest of the year, I'm just like, what? Like, I've known you for what? Like over 5 years now, and I still don't know your birthday, right? And he won't give it out.
But that's by design. He doesn't want you to know it.
I figured it out though. Like a few months ago. It was fine. Yeah. Oh, you got a clue too. You tried to figure it out as well. He gave you a clue, and you're like, "This makes no sense."
I thought the clue was nonsense. I was like, okay, this is just like a meme.
No. It actually the clue is legit actually. Okay. Because he shared me the clue that he gave you later. I was like, oh. I was like, all right. But he's a scientist, so you gotta. He's a smart guy, right? So you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta find. Yeah. You gotta think more scientifically. But anyway, he created our overlay that you see right now. If you don't see any, then he didn't make it.
It's in progress.
It's in progress. But he made our logo. So if you like the logo, shout out to Palmer's Up too. That was it was a cool concept design because it's a little Meowth with a Meowth coin and then the microphone.
as the It's perfect.
It's pretty genius.
Nice.
Anyway, so we got stuff to talk about, I guess.
I was gonna say.
Anyway, so Palmer's Up. No one knows what he looks like. Or people in my local Atlanta community do. Back when we did raids, some people met him through that, and then back when Sylph Season 1 dropped, he attended a few of the tournaments. The last one he attended was Kingdom Cup of Season 1. So that was a long time ago. That was April.
The last one? That was my first one.
I know, April of 2019, right? So it's a long time ago. That's just the last one he showed up to in person. He didn't make it to regionals too. But we used to scrim a lot and stuff too, especially back when you had to be like friends with people. And so he came, so he stopped showing up to tournaments. So a lot of people forgot what he looked like, or some people just never met him. And oh my gosh, I got my cat here. And so a lot of people don't know what he looks like. Some of the locals do, like Auburn, Kagase, Adib Khan. They know. He met Steve from Australia, visited Atlanta.
Oh,
no
Steve. Way.
Yeah, he met J.R. Honda and Hoff when they visited Atlanta, and he also met Endun. So he knows some of the Ghost Stadium people too, because he showed up to a December event. But a lot of people don't know.
Interesting.
And when we did Aero Draft League that one season, a few seasons ago, he didn't send a photo, a headshot, like everyone else did. So Nightwing grabbed a stock photo of him. And
a guy with the clock, right?
Well, the original stock photo didn't have a clock.
Okay.
So what happened was I reverse searched the image and I found this original stock photo guy.
Yeah.
And because of that, I found like 30 plus photos of the original stock photo guy. One including a guy holding a clock and like doing all sorts of weird stuff. And so that's where people started calling him the Clock Master, because it's so hilarious that he's holding a clock. I think some people believe that it was actually him, though. I had photos because I was local, right? I got his photos.
That one stock photo guy has done a lot of work, and I think we both discussed this in the past. But the ultimate bamboozle would be to hire that guy to go to a regional and say his name was Polymers Up.
Yeah,
that'd be like the ultimate troll, right?
Well, what if it actually is him? That would be the ultimate. That'd be. See, I've been telling the story, but what if it's actually he just did stock photos?
Dude,
you never know. So a lot of people actually thought it was actually him. You know, I think it's his Discord icon and everything. I mean, at this point, I see that guy's face more than I see his face.
I know.
So it's hard to. I will say the guy actually kind of looks like. Oh, Arrow's met him too. Arrow stopped by Atlanta, and got dinner with us once, and I showed up first, and it was me and Arrow. And his mom was there too. And then every time someone came through, it would be like, "Is that Polly?" I was like,
"Is that him?"
No. He's like, "Oh, is that Polly?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Why do you keep asking?" He's like, "I don't know who he looks like." So I like, how would I know? And then Polly finally comes in, and I was like, "Oh, that's him." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And yeah. Anyway, so
it's funny, man. It's like, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
Everyone that meets Polymers is like taking this oath. They never reveal a picture of his face. They never tell anyone else what he looks like. It's like if you're in the crowd, you're in. Yeah. But if not, you have no idea.
Well, exactly. I mean, if you're in the in crowd, you don't want to leak it, right? Because you're in the in crowd, right? He's about to get a face reveal at Knoxville because he's probably going to there to compete. So.
Oh well, then I need to go too.
Yeah,
I want to meet him.
Or like whoever's running this, like whoever battles on stream. You gotta put in a word, you know. Try to get Palmer's up on stage for at least round 1 battles. Because if he loses, then it makes no sense.
True.
Bring him on later.
That'd be so wild if he was up on stream.
Yeah. He said, well, I mean, we had to wear masks and stuff in this current iteration, so he's probably gonna bring a big mask and then maybe like the pit viper sunglasses like Kaiser has, right, and a hat. So I think I sent him a screenshot of Kaiser on stage. I was like, yeah, maybe you could do something like this.
Dude, he's gonna look like the Invisible Man, like all wrapped up. Can't see any facial features.
Yeah. So anyway, but I did some heavy digging to figure out his birthday. I've been digging for years.
Stalking.
Look, I'm resourceful.
Dude, people called me a stalker as well for GBLA because especially during the first 2 seasons, I joined like 50 plus discords trying to find the competitors because again there was no network, no way to reach out to them. I went to Google, I went to their Sylph page, I went to Facebook, I went to Reddit. Like I found one person through Instagram, DM them on Instagram after they left a comment on somebody else's post. Yeah, it's like
wow. Okay. Hey, there's a decent amount of Pokemon Go people that are on Instagram. I'll say that.
It's true.
Yeah. So a lot of the Latin American community too. I was like, hey, post on Twitter. It's like, hey, drop a photo of us if we took a photo together at LAIC, and no one dropped a photo. So that's a little embarrassing. But a lot of them sent DMs to me on Instagram, so I'll take it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, people just don't know. I'll take it.
Very nice.
I'm not as popular as Tua Butters. Everyone
Dude,
I take photos of Tua Butters.
I mean, he's hard to miss, right? He stands out of the crowd. So.
That's true. He has when he sits down, he's not the height differences. He has long legs.
We were talking about that. The torso
if you
to
look
leg
at
ratio.
If you look at a photo of me and Butters, well, most of the time, if we have adjustable chairs, I jack his chair all the way down, right? So like I think I remember one stream where like I was like slightly taller than him. So yeah, so that'll happen when we have adjustable chairs, but we don't always have adjustable chairs, and when we don't, the height discrepancy is not as big as you think, because I'm like 5'6" and he's 6. I don't know. He says he's 6'2" or 6'3". I don't believe that.
Nah, he's like 6'4".
Like, that's what I'm thinking. 6'4", 6'5", right?
Yeah.
So that's at least like 8 inches taller.
There was one point, you might remember which tournament it was, but you had lowered Butter's seat, and then Gabby sat in the same seat, and she could like barely see over the desk.
Yeah, I feel bad. So sometimes I try to tell Gabby like, hey, feel free to jack your seat up if you're seeing Butter's seat. I just move it all the way down. Yeah, I just show up early in production and be like, he's sitting in his seat, but let me just jack this low, right? Once again, I'm like, oh man, it's so low, my knees hurt against the table. I was like, hey, you'll be okay. It's you can't adjust the seat, right?
There's so much movie magic, right? For example, Rosemary Necra, who does a lot of the VG cast, she was telling us that she had to stand on a box to stand next to one of her co-casters for another event that she did. It's like there's a lot of movie magic going on here.
Yeah. I'll take a few boxes. I thought about bringing a few books and stuff, but that's too much to carry and stuff.
Dude,
so.
you just have to go the Robert De Niro route and just wear platform shoes.
And just like film advertisements for those shoes. They're not the shoes itself. They have like inserts and stuff. But like in my opinion, I don't know. It feels weird because like when you take your shoes off, then everyone's going to be like in like it's like people that lie about their height. I've had people in college, like one of my roommates in college said he was 5'10", right? Yep. And he's shorter than me, and I'm 5'8". I'm like, you're not 5'10" because I'm not 6 feet. Like, come on, like why would you lie about it? I don't get it,
dude. This is like super off topic, but I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw, I think it's like chaotic bar photos or chaotic bar moments was the account. And it was this guy like filming these two people talking. It was this guy talking to a girl, and the guy was a little bit on the shorter side, and the camera pans down to his feet, and Mans is standing on his tippy toes talking to this girl, trying to look taller. And he's like, oh yeah, trying to be casual. And they're just filming the whole time. It's so funny.
Yeah, exposed,
dude.
I might have gone my tippy toes once or twice in a group photo, but I was in the back, right? So what do you want me to do? Yeah, but if you look at the ground, sometimes you can see it. So some people can get exposed from that. But yeah, so anyway, speaking of casters and stuff, this is a great transition. Yeah. We just found out the news of the Arlington Regionals upcoming.
Let's go.
And it would. This will be the first time I'm not casting Butter since a while.
Dude,
actually,
are you going to be okay? Are you going to make it?
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I mean, I could definitely do with less electric Ampharos propaganda, right?
And Raichu propaganda.
Yeah, Raichu. Yeah, I watched back the clip too, where Butter's like, "Oh my gosh, Raichu's coming!" I was like, he really believed it though. That's the thing, right?
He did.
I give it to Butters. He's genuine in his reactions. He won't play it up. He just had no idea that the Lickitung in the back had over half its health and like almost power whip worth of energy. So
yeah.
But so it'll be myself, Gabby, Snyder, Wholesome, and Defai. So it'll be a good one. We'll be in Texas. I've been to Texas since my car accident.
Yeah, it's the last regional of the year of 2022.
Yeah.
So
who we got taking it?
You started off this year at EUIC, and now you're bookending it with Arlington.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about that. Yeah. First and last.
Kind of wild. Nice. For the actual season, it was probably Baltimore for starters, but now you all see what happens behind the scenes. My cat literally just runs around my table, and you got no right to complain. You're the one running around the camera. What you want to do?
It's true. It's true. So who do you think is going to win Arlington? Who signed up?
There's a couple of people: Kaiser, Wadaj, Arrow, Jengles.
Dude, it's gonna be stacked.
I think Anhoff's going. I don't know if Anhoff's competing or not. I mean, if she is, Onion Frank better have his Moltres counters ready. I'm just saying.
R.I.P. Onion Frank. His GFIS got overheated, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, why was that not streamed?
I know. I wish we could have casted that one.
So I thought there was like no way we wouldn't get Anhoff on stream, but Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some other people as well too. Quaza Sucks
Mhm.
is going, up and coming battler as well, from Texas,
Okay.
to my knowledge. Um, but yeah, actually, you know what? We could just check the Discord real quick because there's a
Oh,
Discord.
you're right.
There's a Discord for all the regionals for Pokemon Go, or I guess it says play Pokemon event coordination, but it's run by people that play
It's like,
Pokemon Go.
yeah, grassroots fan
Yeah,
made.
grassroots.
So
Yeah.
while you're getting there, I want to ask you real quick, Caleb. I feel like Sierra always has the best caster photos. Like they're action photos, right? It's either her like pulling her
Oh,
headphones off. Right now she's like screaming at the screen. Come on.
yeah. So Sierra, for those that don't know, typically a VGC caster, but recently
Mhm.
started casting TCG as well since
Yep.
Toronto, and um, yeah, I don't know if she's a big fan of the photos, but that's why I think it's hilarious because you got one where she's like an action where she's like taking the headphones off, and now she's like looking in and stuff. It looks from the same day too.
Yeah, it could
Um,
be.
but yeah,
So
so
good.
that yeah, I need an update, man. My photos from
Dude,
Frankfurt, Germany.
it's like the idol pose. You said it and you just haven't changed it.
But I didn't choose this pose though. The idol pose is of my own
Mm.
volition, you know. But we'll see. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But I would love an update too. I'm still having the time of my life in Frankfurt, Germany, and it was a fun time. But I
It
would
was.
I wouldn't mind a change. So actually, I'm looking at the server. I can't really tell who's going based on this stuff. But I think one person that I think for sure is going is Beach as well,
Okay.
who ran the same mirror team as Brown Baller, but was going for like the all shiny variation. And I think he's committed
Mm.
to just having an all shiny team because he was trying to look for shiny purified Sableyes for swaps too.
Ooh.
Big request, but hey, if you gotta try to get the shiny full shiny set, might as well, right? So
Exactly. No, I think
that'll
it's gonna be great.
yeah.
Do you know how many overall we have signed up? I keep like
Uh
asking, but I should just look it up.
that's a good question. I don't know if I could. Is that information public? I know people that are signed up and people that are, what do you call it? That are a part of the judging crew can figure it out. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think looking at it now, I'm looking at the Twitter, but I don't think they've been updating with the total amounts. There's still
Okay.
spaces available. That's all they're saying. I believe that there was at least over 60 competitors
Okay,
last
nice.
time someone updated. So that's a good chunk. It's a good chunk. So it should be good. I think that was
Perfect.
similar to the size of Peoria, if I'm not mistaken. We already
Mhm.
know some big names going, and I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if someone that we haven't really heard of make it pretty far in the tournament too. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, that'll be a good time. Um, would love to see Speedy as Chief competes, but
Dude.
he still needs to train up that Bastion a little bit before he feels
Oh
ready.
man. I don't know. I don't know if Bastiodon could find a place on the team, but if I do compete, I'm gonna be scrimming out of my mind to prepare because as you know, I'm quite washed.
Mm. I mean, how did Litleo go, by the way, for you?
It's not as bulky as I would have hoped, but I had some pretty close wins. Then again, it was in the lower ranks of GBL as well, so
Rank 5?
opponents made a lot of mistakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
rank 5. There were so many Altarias down there, which is pretty
Mm.
shocking to me, but I
Yeah.
guess it shouldn't be too surprising.
Well, actually, to be fair, I've seen less Altaria than Noctowl these days, so Altaria would
Yeah,
be a spicier flying pick. I've seen a lot more Pelipper and Noctowl on different streams and stuff too. We'll talk more about GBL
fair.
later. There's some people got some hot takes.
It's
Not me
true,
though.
dude.
I only got legit takes. Yeah,
Oh,
only got
only
legit takes.
legit?
Only
Okay,
legit
sure.
takes. Yeah,
Um,
but
dude,
speaking of the
quick
casters, we
question.
were talking in the caster chat.
Uh,
And did you see the chess boxing hosted from
no, I
Ludwig?
I heard about it. I
Yeah,
heard
I only
about
watched
it.
clips of it, and people were saying, "Yo, we should do chess boxing." It was actually Ramberto in my team chat was saying, "Yo, we should do chess boxing for Pokemon Go. First to get
Whoa.
knocked out, or first to win like 3 games or something, like best of 5." Yo,
Really? Okay,
that could be
okay.
interesting. Hey man,
It's
I challenged CCO to box over like 2 years ago. You
hold on,
know,
hold on. Arrow and CCO have to box first, right? It's like when you drive past like
yeah.
a used car dealership, you have the big like flying things. It's like a battle of those two. All right.
That's true. I mean, if you want to go for like similar height and stuff, sure.
The
Like,
wind tunnel
yeah,
thing fight.
yeah. But I like the discrepancy, you know, the height to like the taller to the more stout guy. I'm like who was it? I can't remember. Who did Logan Paul face again? Was Logan Paul,
I'm
was
not
it
sure.
Mayweather?
No, Mayweather. I never fought him, but I mean, Mike Tyson was shorter than just about everyone else he boxed against.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Um but anyway, so I'm down for something like that. I mean, because the weight class would be probably similar. I would think CCO is probably close around my weight. But okay, I got a question for you. Who would you box?
Sure.
Who would you box?
Who would I box?
Yeah. Who would you do Pokemon Go boxing match with? Instead of chess boxing, it's Pokemon Go boxing.
This is tough, right? Because it feels like I could make this into a joke and, like, you know, call it somebody funny, or I could call it somebody I actually want to box.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear both. No, I want to hear the latter. Actually, I don't even. I mean, the funny thing, sure, but you could say that if you want. I want to hear the latter. I want to hear who you really want to box. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know. A couple people from Twitch chat, possibly. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, it's funny, right? Because we meet these people in person, and even people that are like really toxic online, or they make, you know, toxic posts, they're always like really kind and gentle when you meet them. Like, oh yeah, you know, it's a little bit harder to act that same way when you're in person.
I know you got someone in the back of your mind. Come on now. How about this? I'll say my person if you say yours.
Ooh, I have to say mine first though.
Yeah, I still gotta think of mine. I mean, if CCO's off the table, I mean, I like CCO. We're friends, so I don't know if I really want to knock him out. But to be fair, okay, I should preface this. I don't want to say I really want to knock out anyone, right? So
yeah, exactly, right.
This, I'm gonna cancel us.
Yeah, right. They even have a video. I have video proof of Caleb saying he wants to physically assault somebody. You know, it's dangerous territory, right?
You know what? I'd box Ryan Swag. You know, I box.
Oh, okay, Swag. Okay,
yeah,
I could see that.
Back and forth on all this stuff. I'd box Ryan Swag. Nothing, you know, that could be a fun one.
I'd like to throw down against Ferrickster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I throw it against Ferrickster.
Yeah, you hate the guy, right?
It's due to the the matchup coordination. Whenever you pair against Ferrickster, just everyone just watch out, all right? Doesn't wake up before like 2 p.m. on the weekend.
I mean, that's normal, right? I mean, who
is it?
Yeah, everyone's up and ready only at 3 p.m., right? I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe me, but
exactly. You two are match made in heaven.
That's why the boxing would be so much fun. And then you versus Ryan Swag would also be epic. I want to know, everyone who's listening, who they think would win their respective boxing matches.
Yeah, Ryan Swag's an interesting one. I don't know. I know he's a nurse outside of making content for Pokemon Go, and he's from the Midwest. But I don't really know his athletic background, so it could be a mixed bag, right? Like, I mean, he's not going shirtless like PokeGains or Battle Bill on Twitter all day, right? Posting selfies. So it's really hard to say. Right? Or even King these days. King be looking real fit. But I feel like Ryan Swag could easily be like, yeah, like not really my kind of thing, right? Not really into the sports and stuff like that or athletics. Or he could be like looking like Popeye underneath his shirt, right?
He could, dude.
He'd be very stout and stuff.
All day long.
He what?
He's on his feet all day long.
Yeah, I mean, it's boxing, so he can't kick me at least. But yeah, but he could be moving. He can be moving.
But the stamina, right? If it goes the distance, right? He's got strong legs. He'll be standing. The question is, do you think he'll hide like a scalpel in his glove or anything?
some dirty tricks. Wow. I mean, if he gonna do that,
or some pocket sand.
I'm Mr. Bastion user. You know, I'm gonna have a whole boulder up my sleeve.
I can see some pocket sand coming from you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not me. But that'd be fun. There's no way Pokemon Go would ever go for that, you know.
No,
but it would definitely improve their exercise and fitness
and viewership.
And viewership too. Yeah, goals. Yeah.
All right. So. We got to talk to Daniel and Katie. We got to pitch this to them.
There's no way.
Clear the stage. The players are boxing.
There's gonna be so many issues with that. It would be great though for a charity event, because I think that's what Ludwig did. He did chess boxing charity event, which is cool because it was like a lot of gamers boxing, so a lot of them like worked out for like probably a few weeks or so to prep for this, which is not something you see a lot of gamers do typically.
So. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. But Pokemon Go players A little more active than other games, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Felix is one I don't want to box. I feel
No.
like that could be the
You remember meeting
93.
Felix in person? He's also taller than I thought.
I knew he was big because I saw a photo of him with like Tho Technical like a few years ago, and Tho looked like 2 feet tall. Yeah. I mean, Tho's like not the tallest, but he's not 2 feet tall, right? He's like
exactly.
5'6" or so, 5'7".
Yeah, he's like average, but Felix is above average. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was towering over people like a little German giant. But anyway, yeah. So that could be a good time. So we'll see. That'll probably never happen.
Well, now that we made some public enemies, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. Me and Ryan Swag's beef online is well known, right? So
yeah.
So I already told him, come to San Diego if you want to beat me in Pokemon Go.
Oh, there it is.
They're sold out for San Diego, unfortunately.
He's in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he's probably pretty close to Milwaukee, if I'm not mistaken, because that was the regional he went to this past season.
Yeah.
But he did bring Electric type. He did bring the Dene.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah.
I think he got lined up against a Swampert a couple times, if I remember. It was tough.
Possibly. He made it decently far in the winners bracket, I think. I mean, he didn't make it into day 2. I remember though specifically the matchup that was streamed. His last matchup that was streamed, his Dedenne looked like it was unstoppable. Like there was nothing that hardwalled it. And he brought it into every game, I think, and he still lost every game. Because like it's just one of those Pokemon that are just like not great. Like Altaria has win cons against the Dedenne, I think. And it resists everything Altaria's throwing.
The Dedenne reminds me of Galvantula, right? Because it has like so many positive matchups across the board, but it can't like physically get through more than one Pokemon at a time. And you have to give it shields. You have to like get proper alignment. Everything has to be perfect, and it still like barely gets by.
Yeah, Galvantula like against Shiftry is rough for like Galvantula. Shiftry can beat Galvantula, and Shiftry's double weak to Bug.
Yeah, especially Shadow Shiftry, right? Shadow Foul Play.
You could go straight Leaf Blade in some situations. I think I simmed it before. You could go straight Leaf Blade and take out Galvantula with shields
Nasty.
up. Yeah.
Nasty.
Not a fun time. I did before I even knew how to optimize charge room timing. I was letting full volt switches go through. But anyway, so we shall see. One thing about Arlington, I will make a call for sure.
Okay.
Ain't no Ampharos winning Arlington.
Really?
I'm just saying,
really?
Look, I got my Bastion ready to transfer. It's not happening. I'm just ready for these next 3 months to be over with so that on March 1st, I can post on Twitter and be like, don't question me.
I told you so.
I told you so. I told Butter so. Yeah. I told the world so. People can practice Ampharos all they want. But especially with the uptake of Umbreon, dude, what are you going to throw at it? I think Umbreon lives a Focus Blast too. But the problem is, like, by the time that you even get to Focus Blast, you're going to be taken out by like one foul play. So, yeah,
I'm gonna look that up right now. Actually, we're going to PV Poke. Yeah, I'm gonna see Shadow Ampharos or regular.
Butters keeps saying the Shadow, so let's do Shadow. You know what? Even give it the rank 1 Shadow, right? Give it the rank 1 Shadow. Top of the. Do the rank 1 Shadow and then the Swag Tip Shadow spread as well too, just so we have all our bases covered.
Why don't we do attack weighted though, just in case?
We can, yeah.
Okay. So Focus Blast from Shadow Ampharos with maximum attack does 91.6% to an Umbreon.
Oh, that would probably one shot because with the Volt Switch is added up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but that's
the problem is if they
shield attack.
you just spend all the time for nothing.
Foul Play does 47% to that Ampharos, and that is a what do you call it? A 13-0-1 spread. Check your IVs. Check your IVs, trainers.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. If anyone tries to use it, anyone makes it work. I get props. It would be really good content. I'm not one to hate on it if it works. I just don't think it's gonna work. I'm an honest guy. I'm not like, oh, this is a lone Raichu going to sweep the entire team like Butters is saying.
Dude, we're just gonna get to the point where Butters is competing and he has the Ampharos and he's like taking this into his own hands.
Dude, I was looking forward to that. I was hoping he'd go to San Diego. Unfortunately, he can't make it. He'll be out of the country. But I was like, yo, San Diego, you bring the Ampharos, I bring the Bastion. Let's go. Let's somehow get the brackets to work in our favor, and we'll face each other. Imagine that.
Just talk to the casters. I mean, We can just have them reshuffle it until you're paired.
Yeah. We need a round 1 matchup because that Ambrose ain't making it to round 2.
It does not work like that. Please don't start any
Oh
conspiracy
yeah,
theories.
no, it does
Everybody.
not. It does not.
It does not work that way.
We don't make the brackets at all.
We
So,
essentially get told what to do. So
yeah, for the most part, it was a good time though. But
yeah.
We'll see. I think with Dodge will probably make it pretty far in the bracket.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wins or not. I think there's probably a good chance he gets top 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think out of the other people going, I think Kaiser could make it pretty far. You know, he has some interesting matchups in Toronto, but he has some really great battles off stream. He beat Trent.
You're not. Are you forgetting, Caleb? Are you forgetting about the Wonder Kid?
Yeah, I don't know. The Wonder Kid.
Oh, that is not a very enthusiastic endorsement of the Arrow.
Do you remember the one stream set that Arrow won in Salt Lake City? Do you remember what it was?
I remember he took notes.
He took notes. He has a 1200 CP Suicune, single moved, a Raikou, an Entei. It was a legendary beast team. And that was it. that was the only win we saw streamed. Although to be fair, Arrow did beat Verkyberg at one point and sent Verkyberg to the losers bracket, but Verkyberg made it to day number 2. Arrow
didn't Arrow like overpredict a team on stream and lose?
Yeah, it was against Khaleesi
Khaleesi, that's right.
Yeah,
I think Khaleesi, it was like he
won game 1.
Lapras
he like overthought her, or he played like a really risky line game 2, and he tried to go for like saving his entry on Lickitung and just swapped out and just had a KO before he could even do anything with it.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a rough time. And then Zero Elite 2-0 him afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elite's really good though.
Elite's really
Nothing
good.
against Elite.
Yeah. Khaleesi as well too, but it was just
yeah.
You know, I'm friends with Arrow. I'll probably even scrim with him if he asks for scrims and stuff, but we'll see.
You don't think he'll win it? Okay.
It's tough competition. I'm rooting. I'm friends with Arrow. I'd love to see him do well, but I got my money on Dodge and Kaiser over Arrow at the moment.
Okay. So, fair enough.
We'll see. I'm sure I'm missing. Oh, Jangles too. Yes. The Jangles hasn't had the best performance at the Play Pokemon tournaments. I'm sorry, Jangles. I'm being honest. I know Jangles is a avid listener, but
he is.
My apologies, man. But prove me wrong.
I think
Jangles will make it further than Arrow.
So it sounds like your friends have a lot to prove to you, Caleb. That's what I'm getting from all this.
Yes, that's right. You gotta prove your worth, So we'll see. But it should be a good one either way. Thoughts on the Mythic Blade event that we had recently? I think it's still ongoing, right? They're still fighting Pokemon.
I think it ended on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, right. We said it was like only 5 days. Yeah. I didn't even get my Keldeo yet. I didn't finish my quest. Did you?
Same.
Yeah.
Dude, whenever there's a power up a Pokemon quest, I always get stuck. Because I hate doing that. it.
Wait, did you spend your 10 million dust yet or what?
No. I want to do it on a big stream, and I have like so many big streams.
You got so many big streams. Yeah, your whole beard is still there.
I know.
Big stream that needs to happen. Like
extra 12 days.
Extra 12 days and counting. You know what Twassell said too, right? On Twitter, he says something. I don't have the exact.
I saw, and I don't agree with it.
He says something along the lines of, because you were supposed to cast Toronto the day after you shaved your beard, we missed out on a whole stream of you casting a tournament without a beard on. So he said you should shave, close to a stream.
Oh, what a great idea.
No, I like it. But we'll see. I mean, look, the longer you wait too, the closer it's getting colder and colder, man.
It's true.
Beard's going to be. It's not going to be keeping you very warm.
I'm going to be missing it, right? Yeah. Day 2 events just tweeted out about Arlington. Apparently, there are 34 seats open, and if the tournament caps at 128, then what is that? 6? That's 94 people signed up.
That's pretty good. Wait, that's really good. Actually, that's a lot of people.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
94, and we're still several days out because we're recording on the 12th. So.
Maybe I might have spoken too soon. Maybe it's none of the people I named that take it. You never know. Oh, there are some Texas locals that can be pretty good. A lot of them I know from Texas PvP. which I think Evie Sophie is just going to spectate. But there's what's that guy's name? Texas Ranger fan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
OG player.
He's really good.
We got Bopper, original VGC player. Yo, I would love to see Bopper at one of these, but I don't know if Bopper's gonna go. Bopper's very good.
Dude, it blew my mind earlier in one of our group chats. Gabby said that she used to steal Bopper's teams.
Yeah.
What a small world.
Small world. Dude. And also, imagine being good at VGC and Pokemon Go. Can't be me. Berg. I'm sure he'll be going.
Yeah.
Salicatong, another Texas local. We talked about Peace Love Hugs. Yo, yes. He shows up, comes out of the woodworks for that one.
Verg, this is finally his time, dude, because Umbreon is like top meta right now.
Oh, true. Yo, imagine he runs a Hypno on this team.
Oh, no.
What happened to Hypno? Was it just the Registeel and stuff and Bassian on it?
No, it was the Sableye and the Trevenant.
Oh, the Trev, the Trev.
Yeah.
It used to be so meta. But the Trev, because there wasn't even Umbreon for the longest time, and it struggles as Umbreon, but it's, the Trev, Obstagoon.
You can't safe swap Psychic anymore. That it's the same thing that killed Defense from Deoxys safe swap.
Yeah, people keep asking me about my tier list about Deoxys Defense. I didn't include it. I was like, I put it probably low A tier, high B tier, but it's hard to use in Show 6. It barely beats. It doesn't beat Registeel either. It shields down.
Yeah.
It's gotten outclassed. Moves. Yeah. People said maybe he has to play with the Thunderbolt for the Pelipper and stuff. And
that's fair.
Out, but even Knocked Out gets Shadow Ball now. It's not a great time.
Exactly. Yeah, it really got outclassed. And it's wild too because it has a worse matchup against Lickitung, but it feels like we need more counter. I
forgot about Lickitung too. Lickitung's a big one. For not even Deoxys Defense, but Hypno too.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
it's a wild time.
Yeah, wild time, But yeah, Mythic Blade events, I thought it was okay.
I liked it.
I hope those that need a XL Metacham got a lot of XLs from it. Did you get a lot of Tyrogue XLs that you're looking for?
Yeah, my goal right now is to make a Ultra League Shadow Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop maxes at like 23 something for Ultra League, but it has to be a hundo.
Yeah,
so I'm like, no, I don't have the hundo, but I was thinking I need like 656 XLs, so then I can make the Shadow Hitmonchan and the Hitmontop if I ever get the hundo. But that was like my goal personally.
Hitmonchan used to be a baller back when Power Punch before it got nerfed.
Yeah,
dude, that thing would be able to muscle through Sableye matchups going straight Power Punch. It was kind of wild, but because it just had a higher attack than Metacham. But
and you're not taking super effective; you're only taking neutral from Shadow Claw.
Yeah. We'll talk more about fighting types later today. We got some stuff to talk about, but you let me know how the Hitmonchan Spice works because you got some dust you need to spend. Outside of that, there's not too many new events, but we got a size update. You ever seen that movie Super Size Me?
I've seen the trailer, but I haven't watched the movie.
Yeah, it used to be, I guess they don't have it anymore, but McDonald's, at least in the United States, used to have an option to supersize. So you go to McDonald's and say, I want to supersize. And so it'd be not like the large or extra large. It'd be like one step above that. You got a ton of fries. Probably the burgers are bigger, huge drinks.
Yeah.
And they made this whole documentary. This guy did an experiment. I think it was for 1 full year.
Yeah.
He supersized his meals at McDonald's every single day. And I think he ate at McDonald's 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, supersized McDonald's meal. And he did it every single day. And he measured he did his health measurements and stuff and got all his metrics and whatever. Got his weight calibrated and then checked before and after. And his health declined rapidly.
It was only 1 month.
Apparently. It was only a month?
Spurluck's film follows a 30-day period from February 1st to March 2nd, 2003, during which he only ate McDonald's.
Oh, I thought it was a whole year.
I thought it was longer too.
He ate it every single 3 times a day, right?
Yeah, 3 times a day. He was 32 years old. He gained almost 25 pounds.
Yeah. He looked like he was in bad shape too. So he
experienced mood swings, sexual dysfunction, and fat accumulation in his liver.
Yeah. There was the slightly adult content we're about to talk about here. But when his wife was trying to, sleep with him,
Yeah.
he couldn't perform
Dude,
because of he just brain was
it took
foggy or
him
just wasn't feeling good or whatever.
it took him 14 months to lose the weight.
Yeah,
So he ate like that for 1 month, and then it took him
14
over a
months.
year to actually shed all of that extra weight.
His wife like put him on, like his wife or girlfriend or whatever, put him on like a vegan diet afterwards
Yeah.
too, because she like
Yeah.
really tried to cleanse out his system. But anyway,
Ugh.
after that, McDonald's was like, we can't do supersize. We can't do supersize.
He basically destroyed it.
Yeah,
Like,
he changed the industry at
Mhm.
the cost of a lot of stuff, I guess. Hey, props to her for sticking around for that, though.
yeah.
Yeah, he literally, there was I remember one day he felt so sick. Like, it was like when I was in Brazil sick, I was like dizzy and nauseous. Like, he felt like that. Like, yeah, I was at the
Couldn't function.
Mercado. But anyway, so we got sizes in Pokemon Go. No super size, but we got the extra extra small to extra extra large, and there's I don't know. There's just a bunch of different size, and when you encounter it, there's like it shows like it's tiny or it's huge. I don't actually see that notification when I encounter Pokemon. Have you? Like the
Not when I
sparkles?
encounter.
Yeah, but it's showing that in the screenshot on the website, and also I've seen people post on Twitter. Maybe I have like a setting turned off or something, or I need to update my app.
Could be.
I don't know. But anyway, there's different sizes, and I guess it's good for collectors if they're collecting like different sizes. And in the Pokédex, you show like the lightest, the heaviest, smallest in height to the largest in its height. And there's also like celebratory, like when you break a new record, like, oh, this is like the new largest Pokemon ever. Thoughts? I don't know. What you think?
I remember some community days there would be contests. Like if you met up with your local community organizer, they would say whoever has the heaviest Magikarp from community day, wins a prize or something.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
One design thing I'm kind of picking up on here. I don't know if the Pokemon are actually changed in scale. I think they just push them further away from the camera or bring them closer to the camera. And that's how you have your sizes, I think.
Oh, interesting.
But dude, I was talking with a
oh,
buddy.
You're right.
Right? It seems like they're zoomed in or out.
Well, at
It's
least the
not like
background image because the trees are closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nice. I was talking with a buddy yesterday who said he hates it when he's like when he catches a bunch of Pokemon and then he's scrolling through the IVs and like new size record comes up, new height record, and you're like trying to scroll, but it chunks up your screen. It like takes you out of your rhythm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit annoying.
Look, size ain't everything, It's about PvP IVs.
Dude, this is good. This is good for collectors, right? This is 100% geared towards collectors because now instead of just like 100 IVs, shinies, whatever, now you're searching for like the heaviest, the tallest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't personally mind it or anything. It's not really a feature I really care about, but it's fun. Yeah, for the collectors, right? It gives them something to do, and everyone plays the game for different reasons. So for some people, they might be excited. I don't know. I haven't really personally met anyone that's super sad about this, but most of the people I follow are also PvP people. But it is an interesting one. I remember me and my friends did heaviest pumpkaboo challenge, like the heaviest pumpkin, right? We did that for Halloween, not this year, but the previous year, and we all just like Venmoed $5 a person that won. So it was kind of a little cool.
Well, now you don't even need to scroll. You actually just like get the notification when it comes up.
Yeah,
and you just know.
Yeah, I was looking for a heavy pumpkaboo, but did not find it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think this is like I know we're like moving on from this, but the last thing I'll say is that I feel like this is a component of the game that's always been present. They're just choosing to like reinvest in it and kind of like rediscover this aspect of the game. And it makes me think as well, like what other aspects of the game are present in the information that we get, but we just don't ever get to see it, or we don't like care about it too much. You know what I mean?
That's a good question. I feel like there's something, but I'm blanking on what it is. One thing I am glad about with all these size things is that they don't actually impact performance. Because imagine they're like, yo, like heaviest Pokemon are gonna hit, like have a higher chance of like doing double damage, but they also attack slower, right? Small Pokemon have like higher speed. They add like a speed stat essentially, right? Because then you have to rebuild your entire arsenal of Pokemon. You know, I mean, we already know how strong the speed stat is in VGC. I mean, you know.
Sorry, I just cracked up because you said size and performance in the same sentence, and it just like cracked me up. But
What are
you
you
know what
trying
this
to
reminds
say,
me of?
Speediest Chief?
Dude, your words, not mine. It's making me think about VG, how like you can encounter the same species of Pokemon, but some have different demeanors.
Mhm.
Like some are joyful and some are timid. It's like, oh man, like you said, if you had to rebuild for size, like what if Rollout did more damage from a larger, heavier Miltank?
I mean,
Could you imagine?
that would make sense, you know,
It
in
would.
actual physics, but yeah, that would also be not fun. So
That'd be
after, you know,
wild.
making all these stuff, so I am, yeah, you know, or if they were to do something like that, there's ways to change the size of your Pokemon. Like you feed it more berries, it gets bigger, right?
Yeah,
Might
yeah, yeah.
might grow taller if they release like milk items, like you find like milk jugs or something, right?
Mm.
From gifts, you feed it grows taller. Um, to get smaller in weight, you could like maybe just like walk it as a buddy for a while. But the problem is, I don't know how you get things shorter. Can't just
Yeah,
chop off their
exactly.
legs, right? So
Whoa, you can't shrink them, right? There's no shrink
no,
ray.
no. It actually reminds me too. Back when I was younger, I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to be like taller, right? I want looking like 2 Bud or something, right? It's just what it is when you're a kid. And I was looking at like ways to get taller, and there was one thing called shin extensions. Have you heard of this before?
I have.
Yeah. So they literally, I don't know about the ethical. Yeah, they literally saw your shins off and then put a metal rod in between it. And then, I don't know, I guess skin graft your leg back. I mean, you're missing like a bunch of skin, you know? And
Yeah.
people say after the procedure is quite painful. I can't, I
Yeah.
wonder why. I wonder
Yeah.
why.
There's not only are they like essentially breaking your legs and like inserting extenders, they're also like stretching your skin. It's like that's some real horror movie style stuff.
Yeah, yeah, a little Frankenstein stuff. Imagine walking
Yeah.
through a metal detector and being like, "Why's your shins be?" I was like, what are you gonna say, right? Oh, I got
Yeah,
surgery. I
right?
probably say surgery in both my shins at the same spot, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
wonder if
broke
they,
both my legs at the same time, same
yeah.
place.
Also, like, if you just have really long shins, that's just like weird. I feel like you're just gonna be bumping your knees against the table because your like shins are like this, right? It's
Oh,
gonna be
dude.
like this year,
Would
like usually it's like this, and now it's gonna be like this, right?
would it hurt if you like kicked a coffee table? Would it hurt the same way?
Oh, I don't know. Speaking of kicking coffee tables, this is a little tangent. I had a dream the other night that I was kicking a soccer ball
Okay.
and I actually kicked my wall with my toes in the middle of my sleep because I woke myself up by kicking the wall. Yeah. It
Oh
didn't
my
hurt as much as
god.
I thought it would because imagine just kicking a wall with your bare foot.
Well, you were like that's another thing as well. Like if you stiffen your body when you fall, you tend to get more hurt. But if you're like relaxed in like a sleeping resting state, it
Sure.
helps your body distribute the impact, right?
I
So
was
maybe
not
you're just
relaxed
like
when I kicked that wall.
relaxed.
I kicked it hard.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
okay.
trying to kick in the goal. Too much World Cup happening, I guess. But
I know, right?
um, yeah.
Dude, we
Anyway,
should do that. We should bet on who we think is going to win the World Cup as well.
hmm.
Or just pick a team, right? We don't
What
have to
would
make a
you
bet about it.
wager?
Just pick a team.
Yeah. Why you're not you feeling like it's too hard to keep up in the Pokemon bets? So you
Oh,
gotta
come
gotta
on.
add some points from other realms.
Dude, my buddy Sandror from my stream chat, he
Uh-huh.
actually gifted me that Brazilian soccer jersey. It has
Oh,
my
that's
name on the back,
awesome.
dude. It's
What?
so sick.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sandro, if you're listening, you're awesome. And shout out to Brazil. We always say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, probably
So
can't
hype.
wear the jersey for the upcoming few days. I mean, I guess
Exactly.
you could, but it just
Yeah, we're already out of it though.
yeah, yeah. But anyway,
Unfortunately.
so we got some sizes. So we really went.
It's yeah,
Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Outside that,
Caleb,
yeah.
dude, what if how about this? Oh, okay. I have something.
All right.
What if
Sell it to me.
there were different sizes for the eggs? And you know how there's like an egg pool right now? Let's say there are like 12 Pokemon you can possibly get out of a 10-kilometer egg.
All
What
right.
if, based on the size of the egg, it narrowed it down to like one of four? Right? So, like an extra small egg would have like Noibat, Scarupy, two other things, but like an extra large egg would have like a bigger Pokemon
Oh.
inside. But they'd all be 10-kilometer eggs.
So would you see the size of the egg when you pick it up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would just like be like a slight spoiler, right? Because you won't like you can't
That's
really
fair.
change it, right?
But then people would grind. They'd be like, I want these XL 12-kilometer eggs because they have this new Pokemon in them that I need to
I
get.
see what you're saying. So like maybe certain kilometer eggs has bigger Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
I'd be down
It
for that.
Could be that way too.
I'd be down for that. You know, one big quality of life thing I've always wanted for eggs is you have an option to turn off picking up new eggs. You know what I mean? Is that like weird?
It's the worst. No. It's the worst because like,
when you have a 12-kilometer egg, you have radar. You want to pick it up, or you want to adventure sync, or you want to open gift eggs. You don't want to spin stops, right? You don't want to not spin stops for like the next 4 hours just waiting for a rocket radar to come up, right?
Exactly. I've gotten to points where I hatch an egg, but I have a rocket radar. So I'll like go out to the city and I'll try to like, find a team leader, but I just go into autopilot and I'll spin a stop and then I get like a stupid 5-kilometer egg. And now I'm like, all right,
there goes that. Well, okay. Tell me if you've done this before. It's just me that's even this dumb. I take a step further than that. I see the rocket leader. I got an open egg spot and I see, I'm like, here we go. Right? Let's do this battle. Oh, let me just spin the stop real quick, get some items. Like literally the rocket leader that I'm about to face, I spin that stop. Because I'm just on autopilot. I'm usually just spinning the stops when I see it, right? If I fire a rocket grunt, I would spin the stop before I face it here, just for the extra items, and maybe spin again after you finish the battle.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, it's like trying to, but because that's something that's just like there've been times where I just don't open my gifts because I wanted my adventure sync egg next day. You know, so I'm
that's fair. That's fair. Or you're opening gifts and you're like, yeah, I've got some free egg spaces, right? And then you're like, oh crap, it's about to be midnight. And you start opening gifts and then you have all 7-kilometer eggs in your bag. You're like, shit.
Yeah. Or if you hatch an egg while you're opening gifts or spinning stops and you don't anticipate it, and you notice it once you see the egg pop up, you're like, oh gosh,
dang it, dude. We should make a list of the things we want to see in Pokemon Go in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, probably 2024 for the
2026.
Or like it'll come out in December 2023. But I mean, I'd be down. Like a wish list.
That'd be kind of Christmas list.
A Christmas list. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be a year-long Christmas list. But I'll be on my best behavior all year.
Oh yeah, sure.
To get it. What would be at the top of your list?
I'm straight up gifting you coal, dude. I don't even care.
What would be at the top of your list?
Top of my list?
Yeah. One quality of life update, or one change.
A quality of life update for Pokemon Go,
or like one change to the game. I already know mine.
You already know yours?
Yeah,
dude. I feel like I'm gonna think on mine for a second. If you want to go first,
okay, yeah, I'll share mine. I probably mentioned this on the podcast before, but
okay.
If you're lucky friends with anyone on your friends list, you can do the lucky trade globally. Under two stipulations, only the lucky trade, and under two stipulations. One, one stipulation is fine. It can't be a new dex entry or a new shiny that you don't have.
Okay.
So that way, I mean, I guess a new shiny one technically is fine because you get shinies from it. But let's just to make it fair, you can't get a new shiny that you don't have registered, and you can't do a new dex entry because new dex entries means you can get regionals from anywhere. Right, without going there. So that would keep the integrity of regionals locked into the actual regions, and you're just going through lucky trades with people that you may be lucky friends with. And honestly, if they really want to like integrate it into the Campfire app, maybe you could start the trade only through the Campfire app or something, right? You could initiate it. So that way you loop in Campfire so you have more people using that. And because what's there really to lose? I mean, it's just like there's some people that I don't know when I'm going to meet them, right? I don't know if I ever will. That I've been lucky friends with for years, and it'd be tough, but it'd be a good way to do it.
So I don't think mine will top that. I think most people would agree with that. That'd be a really good feature.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we've added a lot of people over the years through battling, especially when you needed friendship to battle with each other.
Right.
So that's why, like, I'm friends with Sunny Cheese over in Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Just because, like, I added
my
them
teammates.
From the Stadium lobby.
I haven't even met Sunny Cheese yet.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess my feature, if I just had to come up with one on the spot, it would be to be able to delete eggs instead of needing to hatch all of them. Like if you got another 5K, just delete it. spend another stop, try for a
Yeah.
10 or whatever.
I think that would hurt Niantic's pocketbooks a little bit though, because they want you spending eggs to hatch.
They want
stuff,
you
right?
incubating. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want you only
Could.
incubating the ones you want.
Could. I don't know. It'd get people out more. You'd spend way more stops. You'd be more active, I think.
Yeah,
You're like
I mean,
hunting for a specific egg.
don't get me wrong. I love that idea. I just don't know if they would be on board with it.
Sure,
But
sure.
arguably, they might not be on board with my idea either because they want people meeting in person stuff.
In
right?
person.
So
yeah.
So okay,
fair point.
Right. I like it. We're still on Mythical Wishes, that GBL season 13, and we're currently in Fighting Cup Remix right now. And Open Great League. We got the whole like 2-week rotation, right? 2 weeks of this, and then of the open stuff, 1 week of the spicy stuff, and then next week, this upcoming or later this week, we have Ultra League and Ultra League Premier Classic, which is just Trevor Rancor all over again.
Exactly, pretty much. Again.
But yeah, what are your thoughts? We didn't really go through the full list of the schedule for the season. Any thoughts on the schedule for the season?
I think, man. So I think the main thing right here is that they opened the season by announcing that the Classic Cups were ending after the season and they're moving to an XL format. Now, again, like I know we talk about this every episode, but I think it's always important because I have to mentally remind myself, but Premier means no legendaries. Classic means no XLs. So we're still going to get Premier, right? We're going to get Master League Premier probably, but it won't be Master League Premier Classic. It'll be level 50 Excadrill, level 50 Togekiss, level 50 Machamp, Metagross, all that kind of stuff. But the huge miss on this season, the biggest miss of all, is that we didn't get Master League Classic. This is the last season of the Classics. The last time we got Master League Classic was when? I'm actually going to look this up. Because I think it was like...
Dude, it feels like it was over a year ago.
Yeah.
I feel like it was.
It's just like such a slap in the face to players.
Yeah, it's been almost a year ago. It definitely hasn't happened for the past 2 seasons, I think.
I think I found it. Season 10 had Master League Classic.
What was the dates of that? Like when did that end?
December 27 to January 10th. So it had to be last year.
Literally almost a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. Dude. Well, I have no regrets powering on my Melmetal to level 50 because I don't have one.
I haven't been able to play Master League Premier Classic because I powered my Excadrill to level 50. And now it's not a concern, I guess.
Yeah.
A whole
there's
year,
still
dude.
Some Master Premier Classic, but that was the last time. The glory days.
We've been waiting for a Master League Classic to come back for seasons, multiple seasons, 1 year. And then we keep on saying, oh, next season it'll come back. Next season it'll come back. And then they say, okay, this is it. We're done. I hope you enjoyed Master League Classic last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
That was it. But yeah, back then too, I feel like the last time I played that one, I ran my Melmetal Double Dogs line, the Zamazenta Zacian line.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. Anyway, yeah, it would have been nice to have one last like hurrah with Master League Classic, but we ain't getting it. And we got lots of open. Dude, I don't know. Are people not bored of the open formats? We've had Open Great League forever.
Yeah. I like Open Great League.
Seasons. Yo, people are playing the teams they used to play in season 1. Altaria, Registeel, and Azim.
True.
Like it's like the same thing, except just a beefier or like a more souped up Registeel, right? And a Moonblast Altaria.
I feel like Open Great League got some new life because it is the format for the play Pokemon tournaments. True. So I think people have like another reason to play it because they're like, oh, I can test my Noctowl Lantern Core, which I've seen constantly. You know,
you tell me, is it fun or what,
dude?
Is it fun or what?
For the battles,
you lead Trevenant into a Lantern. 1000% there's a Noctowl in the back.
Yes. For the battles had a really good post on Twitter. She said everyone screamed about how good the safe switches were, and now we're like trapped in this Noctowl, Lantern, Trevenant triangle, and we can't get out of it. It's like a endless loop. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, some would say it's RPS, rock paper scissors.
Who's the rock in this situation?
Mm.
It has to be Lantern because it's knocking the flyers out of the air.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's taking the birds out, right? You kill a bird with rocks, right? 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, that's a perfect analogy because the Noctowl is the scissors because it cuts up the grass, and then grass is grass and trees are paper.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, the Trevenant. Wait, the Noctowl is the grass?
No, the Noctowl is the scissor.
Oh, okay, cuts it. Okay,
and so Trevenant's a tree, and trees make paper.
Oh, you're right. You're right,
dude. Mind blown.
And birds got claws sharp like scissors. Yeah,
exactly.
Ripping them up. I like it. I like it. Anyway,
what a time to be alive.
Hey, if no one's coined that, you should do it. You should do it. Maybe you should get a tattoo if you're really real loyal. That should be the next bet.
So.
You get
on my cheek.
You get a yeah. Instead of like a rock paper scissors tattoo, you get a Noctowl Trevenant Lantern tattoo.
That'll age
if you're
very
really
well.
bold, you'll do a big triangle. You'll do like a Noctowl here, like a Trevenant on this cheek, and a Lantern on the other one. Right there.
I think that would age perfectly.
You're gonna really have to grow the beard up a little bit.
Dude, I have to wear a mask.
Speaking of beards too, one of when I was watching your stream, someone actually posted about me making a tier list for beards. And
are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
nice.
So let me find the original tweet as well. Okay, so it's from Chadwick Bummer.
Okay,
and tweeted at me, said, "Could you do a Pokemon Go streamers beard tier list? Obviously, Speedy Chief won't be able to participate, though, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm a nice guy. I'll throw you on the tier list. All right, I will throw you on the tier list. But you might be at the
something
bottom
up your
of the
sleeve.
barrel.
Yeah, you got something up your sleeve. It's gonna say something like fake beard or like invalid entrant or something.
I'll think of something. But so I posted a tweet about it, and I said, you know what? I'm down for it. So nominate your favorite bearded streamers below. Even better if you include a beard pick. And I said easy F tier for Speedy Chief. If you're to guess, if without looking at my tweets, who do you think got the most amount of likes under a nomination or their own self-nomination?
Out
of all,
it's gotta be Fraggin.
Nope.
It's not Fraggin Wagon?
It's not Fraggin. It's a good guess. Fraggin is in the list of submissions, though. It's not Fraggin.
Alleging Tuna.
No. I don't know if Alleging Tuna is in here or not.
Come on. You got to tell me now.
Yeah, one last guess.
Alleging
Tuna is nominated here.
Best beard and
think about it. You know who they are. You definitely know who they
are. Arrow shaved his. I'm so disappointed. Arrow had a good one going and he shaved it.
Well, good is subjective, I guess.
Jingles.
Nope.
What?
Here,
okay.
I'll DM you the picture just so you get a live reaction here. I kid you not. There's more likes on that tweet than my original tweet. I got ratioed.
100% real.
Yeah. For those that don't know.
I was gonna say, can we throw it up on the screen at some point? I don't know. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, just look at my tweet. But it's none other than Momita with Teres. Momita.
Yeah. I like the chubby Pikachu behind her too. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, she got the Pikachu. She pulled over her braid in it. She even DM'd me. She's like, I guess this means I'm going to be in the tier list, right? I got the most amount of likes. And I was like, oh, don't worry, girl. I got you. Nice. So should make it. And hey, it's going to be higher than Speedy Chief. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
You're going to be the Golurk of this bearded tier list. That should be your new mascot at this point.
Golurk. Oh,
Golurk.
Come on.
I mean, it's not that Litleo. Golurk at least beats Litleo, I think, right?
I'm not a mud slapper. Come on.
You're an Incinerate user.
I'd rather incinerate than mud slap for sure.
Yeah. You know, we don't get to choose. We don't get to choose our fate sometimes. But speaking of beards,
sure.
What's the beard progress? What's a beard update?
Dude.
You still see on the screen for those who are tuning into our YouTube. Hey, if you aren't tuning into our YouTube, come find us on YouTube. Battle Catz Podcast. That should pull up the YouTube. I'm actually not sure. Let's just give it a try. If not, I'll apologize next week.
We're hitting 1 million subscribers soon.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the right mentality, you know.
That's the goal. Soon enough.
Right? Yeah. We have 1 subscriber at the moment, I think, which is me. And then,
nice.
And, you know,
I'll be number 2.
Yeah, we're almost there. Everyone get your 999,000 friends to join, and then easy. We'll be the new Mr. Beast soon. You know,
it's true. I'm trying to find it right now. But that being said, you asked what the beard progress is. I think we're putting the pieces together. I sent you a message earlier.
Yes.
About what direction we should take the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I think
you don't have to go with my idea though, but that was.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think we should call it a Cool Catz Christmas.
A Cool Catz Christmas?
Excuse me, Battle Catz Christmas.
Okay, I was like, you can take my team name too if you want. If you really want to bring it. Battle Catz Christmas. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe sometime after Arlington. I'd be down for that.
Should it be then?
Well, if it's not, it's going to be sometime before then, which is like in like 2 days. So
True. Yeah.
But the longer you wait, man, you're about to have this Twitter photo up for 2 months straight. No beard.
I know. I need to take a really good flattering picture when I do it then.
I mean, or you should just go like just full commit, double down, and just take a really goofy picture.
A really bad one.
Yeah, a really bad one. Because like it's what are you really going to do? Like try to pretend like nothing's wrong without a beard, or you just embrace it, right? Be like,
fair.
Look here.
Yeah.
Right.
Make a really dumb face.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah. Exactly. For 2 months.
And the thing is, I learned my lesson, Caleb. I just thought about like taking a serious photo and a stupid photo and then letting Twitter vote on it. But I already know the outcome. I already know the outcome.
Don't let
I already know. They're going to pick it like 95 to 5% is going to be the stupid photo.
Yeah. It's going to be your fiance that votes for the good one, and then everyone that is friends with her feels bad for her, and then you got everyone else like me,
and then all my friends like Caleb are gonna vote for the stupid photo.
You signed yourself up for it, you know. It is, yeah. The longer you don't shave, the longer those torches just burning, right? There's torches and pitchforks outside your house. You gotta think about these torches, right? It's like burning so far down that's like about to burn their hands, so they're getting angrier and angrier, you know.
That's true.
And went out there for a while. Yeah. So, all right. Well, hey, I'm down to help out. You know, we can.
Okay.
I'll coach you on some Bastion usage. You shave on stream.
I was thinking as well, I haven't told you this yet, but I was thinking as well, it'd be cool if we live recorded a podcast episode on that same stream.
Oh,
as part of the fundraiser.
I'd be down.
Cool.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
We can get some viewer audience things, right? We can
audience questions.
We can definitely figure out that one. I would say the audio of that one would probably be a little different because we wouldn't be using our typical audio recording platform, but that's okay. We make an exception, right? Well, because if we do the video, then we can do the audio, but then the video is going to be different, right? Because the video will be from your stream. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I
could always screen record mine and then we can drop it into. I don't know. Sorry, everybody.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out logistics. We'll make it happen though. That could be cool. Cool. Yeah, we got to come up with a lot of tea then, right? So we could really get going. That'd be fun. Yeah, we do that. We could do the Bastion thing. Maybe you could play some Scarlet and Violet. Oh wait, I was going to ask you too. I forgot to ask about this earlier. How far are you? Because you beat the story, right?
Bro, okay. To be honest, you know,
because I saw you like Katie's tweet, which is one of the recent Pokemon.
We're both adult men here, right? I played through the story.
You tried
the story, and the last scene was a tearjerker, dude.
Yeah,
it was a tearjerker.
Yeah, with the end game, right? The end game was like it's deep. You have Violet, right?
I have Violet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it's strange, right? Because the game feels like a Pokemon game,
Mhm.
but then at the end, I don't know, like there are certain characters you meet, particularly Arvin, Penny, and Nimona. But by the end of it, I was like, these characters are cool.
Yeah.
They're fine. But by the end of that last sequence, I actually really cared about them, and I was like, oh damn it, right in the feels.
Yeah,
You know?
You're like, well, because when you first start out, I'm like, who are these weird characters, right?
Yeah,
Like, just
yeah,
coming at you hard for no reason. I'm just like, yo, chill. Like, I don't
yeah.
even know you, right? I just started the game like 5 minutes ago. But then in
I
the
was like,
end,
why
they
is
grow on you. You're like, oh, okay, right? Like,
I was like, why is Arvin so mad all the time? Like, chill out, dude.
mhm,
And then it like makes sense, right? He's like frustrated with other things in his life.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's pretty wild. I recommend everyone to play it. Seriously.
Yeah, it's I mean, because we haven't played the main series game since like Generation 2, right? So like I don't even know what the storyline was back then. But this actually had a story, right? Especially the end game sequence was really nice. When
Yeah.
Area Zero and everything. I found
Dude,
Area
it's
Zero
epic.
before I got to it before. So I just climbed the wall. I couldn't get through the gate, so I climbed over it. And I was like peeking around. But they're like, you
Wait,
can't
you
come in
saw
here.
it?
I saw the entrance to
Oh,
it. Because you know how it's like gated
oh,
off, right? So when I saw the gate, I just climbed over the wall. It's like, oh, you ain't holding me back, right?
dude.
But
That's
yeah.
freaking epic. Have you ever watched Akira, the really famous anime movie?
No, I don't think so.
Dude,
It's a
first
standalone
of all,
movie?
it's a standalone movie. First of all, you need to watch it.
Type
It's
in
one
it.
of the best all time.
Akira?
Akira. Yeah. It's
A-K
a
A-K
AKIRA.
I-R-A.
Yeah. It's about
Oh, this came out in
it's a
1988?
dude, it's gorgeous though. It's a futuristic movie about a kid who has telekinetic abilities,
Okay.
and there's like, I don't want to get too far into the plot, but essentially it's about his friend trying to save him from himself because his powers keep on growing, and there's a bunch of other
What?
things going on with it, but it's wild. Anyways, when you watch that movie, the
Alright.
music in Area Zero sounds like it was made for Akira.
Really?
It's so like epic. There's the chorus, the voices, and the strings in the background. It's so
Hmm.
intense. Yeah, it's quite
Okay.
good.
It was a good movie? You like it?
It is really good. It's a little bit weird, a little bit off kilter.
That's me in
And
a
a lot of
nutshell,
the
so I'm cool with that.
dude, a lot of the imagery like sticks with you. If you think about it days
Really?
afterwards, you're like, damn, I remember that scene.
1988. 2
It's
hours long.
I saw a trivia fact about it. Apparently, they use like in a crazy number of colors in that
Mhm.
anime, more than any other movie
Really?
prior.
It looks like it's red and black mostly. Am I
Hmm.
thinking of the same thing? But I mean, it's
Yeah,
still very vibrant, but it's very red. Yeah.
yeah. I'm actually reading it here. Akira's record-breaking use of color resulted in 50 new shades.
Oh wow. I mean,
Let
back
me
in
see.
1988 too, like that definitely could be the case. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay,
Exactly. Okay,
I'll take a
this
look.
is the last thing I'll say. There are a whopping 327 shades of color in Akira, 50 of which were allegedly specifically created for the film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's 34 years old, the movie, but it's still iconic. Anyway, sorry to get on a tangent, but the music, when you hear the music in this movie, you'll think of Area Zero.
Okay. All right. All right.
It's
So you
legit.
liked it. You liked the ending and stuff. That was good.
Dude, it's so good. And I think DC as well, our international producer, tweeted.
Hmm.
He said that he thought the game was solid. He thought it was really good. Probably one of his favorites since Generation 5. But then he played Area Zero and he said, yeah, this is like an
Hmm.
S tier game.
Yeah, because before then you're just grinding through, right? You're battling the Elite Four and like the champion and all the stuff, but then you really get actually into the plot line. 'Cause you're like, what is going on, right? There's like a bunch of like
Hmm.
mini quests and stuff like that. But when you get to the heart of it, you're like, whoa, this is wild.
Yeah. He says, DC says, gotta be real about this. Scarlet Violet was mid until Area Zero, which has been
Hmm.
my favorite Pokemon experience since Gen 5.
That's wild. Yeah, and we haven't played any of them since Gen 2, so
Yeah.
but that's still some high praise for sure.
So I'm getting to your level. I'm catching the Paradox Pokemon.
Did you catch the Miraidon yet?
Not yet. I've seen it,
Okay.
but I think I want to stream catching it.
Okay, sounds good. It can't be
Yeah.
shiny. I was curious about
Yeah.
that too. Can it be shiny? You can't encounter a shiny Koraidon Miraidons because I was like, oh, should I
F.
do like the hard reset? Like the shiny hunting like strategy or whatever,
Smart.
right? To get shiny, but it's not possible. But
Gotcha.
I look forward to you catching Caleb Peng in the game.
Yeah, I got to name it as soon as I catch it. A bet's a bet.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But are you confused about anything related to Scarlet versus Violet? Because when I watched it, I was like, what is the plot line for Violet when I was playing Scarlet, right? When I saw the end game? Because the professors are different and stuff like that, right? Are you confused by anything?
Maybe we should talk like off recording so we don't give any spoilers away.
Yeah. Well, this is not really much of a spoiler, but essentially the professor from respective games are the parents of Arvin. So yours is Arvin's dad, right?
And you have the mom.
I have the mom. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then Violet is more in the future.
Yeah.
Mine is in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the time travel thing is it doesn't matter. It's still time traveling in mine too. Yeah.
Okay.
There's one other thing that you might be confused about. I will talk to you about that because Gabby had the same question. She's like, how does this work in Scarlet? I get how it works in Violet. I don't know how it works in Scarlet. I'll say that one off recording because that one definitely could be a spoiler. But yeah, interesting, right? Because I was confused. I was like, so wait, I was like, who is this character for the Violet character they're in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
what's the equivalent?
Yeah. But it makes sense if it's the father there. So, okay, well, cool. I'm glad you like it. Maybe
it's so good.
Yeah. No, it's a fun time too. But they have I haven't done a 7-star raid yet, but they had a 7-star Charizard raid, and I haven't touched that yet.
I need to do some more raids. I'm so far behind on the raids.
Same. Yeah. But it's a good way to farm resources and stuff. It's really easy to level up your Pokemon. You get a lot of rare candies from raids. You jack them into all your Pokemon, get them to level 99 real quick. But
nice.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say, okay, I know we're like exiting this part of it. One thing I'll say is I love that once your Pokemon learns a move, you can relearn that move later.
Dude, imagine
which is sick.
Pokemon Go.
I know.
You could just go back, you don't have the TM stuff. That would be a nice quality of life update. I don't know if they'll do it because you'll have to Niantic definitely makes money off of elite TMs and stuff like that. But imagine elite TMing your Charizard to Wing Attack, and you could change it back to Fire Spin or Dragon Breath if it learned it before.
Yeah. Or you're teaming your Mew, and you're like, Mew, please remember Focus Blast.
Oh my gosh, dude,
instantly gets Focus Blast.
Dude, that would be so nice. Yeah. No, that would be a nice quality of life update, but I don't know if Niantic would do that. But yeah, that'd be nice because now you have to have like multiple Charizards. Now you got a Wing Attack one, you got a Dragon Breath one, you got a Fire Spin one. Some people got an Ember one, and then you got the Shadow version versus a non-Shadow. Like it's expensive to have that many. I mean, Charizard's not the most expensive Pokemon, but like still, you have to make multiple copies, right? But
exactly.
Anyway, speaking of Pokemon with different movesets, it's not the most seamless transition, but I will say the tea for this week.
Yeah.
Fighting Cup versus Open Great League. I don't know if you saw any of the Twitter stuff going on. It's really sparked by me.
I was gonna say
I was brewing the tea this week, but
you're instigating.
Some people just need to be told the truth, because I see on Twitter people talking about fighting cups like RPS or blah blah and stuff like that. And not everyone, to be fair, right? Disclaimer, I'm not saying everyone, but I did see some people like that. I think Toshi was one of them, just putting it out there. But I wrote on yesterday, I said, I'm convinced some people default to saying that this meta is so RPS when they're just bad at a formats. I know these are some fighting words, but it is Fighting Cup of all things. And nice. I said, I didn't even say Fighting Cup. I said Fight Cup. But anyway, it should be Fighting Cup is literally the definition of non-RPS because all the top meta Pokemon have play into each other. TLDR, or Too Lazy Didn't Read. Magika's bad. And I think a lot of people, at least that responded to it, didn't argue that it was RPS. People were saying that it's some people agreed and some people just said, here's the thing I dislike the most, right? And this is not like I'm not about to hop in a boxing ring with people that said this, but a lot of people just say stuff without like actual justification. Maybe they're just lazy or they don't really care, whatever. They don't owe me explanation. Right? But there's a lot of people that just said it's not RPS, which is a bad meta, or it's just a terrible meta, or it's just some synonym for bad, right? And some of these people, I respect too, right? Vroom Vroom Pow, we had this
Yep.
reigning Sylph world champion, right? Also responded, right? Said it's not RPS, just a terrible meta, LO, which 16 people liked. What does that mean? How is this better than this Lantern Trev uh
Yeah.
uh, uh, uh Noctowl core, right? Like
Yep.
I was watching some streams last night, and dude, it did not. You can't tell me it's fun playing this. You're knocked out into a Trevin or a Trevin to Noctowl, and you cannot win alignment. You like, oh, you could try to win alignment, but like for the battles tweet or Kim said, like there's a lot of times you just can't win alignment. You just get RPS, and you're telling me that's a better meta, right? Maybe I responded. I was like, terrible meta. I was like, well, it's terribly small. Yes, I agree with you there. But like, is that it? Is this it just small, right? Or some people say it's very boring. But like, CF Minceris said that.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. I'm
is
like reading
it?
the
Is it
comments.
really boring when? Is it that much better? Is it that much worse than Open Great League? I think Open Great League is way more boring to watch. It's because you're more like you. There's so many more matchups you don't have any play. And so a lot of people are just like, yeah. I mean, a lot of people are just saying this stuff. Like, there isn't even. I've played the meta a ton this week, and you have Toxic into throw. Doesn't even matter. You still have a lot of play. Throw is just so bad in Zen Headbutt, such a bad meta, such a bad move. It doesn't even do anything. And close combat from a Shadow Machamp or a Heracross, dude, almost one shot Toxic in the Heracross. Like you literally don't have bad matchups. You just need great energy management, and you're good. And you know what? Look, I mean, I put it this way: if you're good at the meta, or you're good at energy management, shield management, knowing your counts, knowing your optimized charge from timings, which is not really that much. It's just really against a throw because that's most things are 2 turns. You'll do good. And I'm telling you, Speedy Chief, I don't believe I've gone worse than a 4-1 since the first day. Yeah, on the first day I might have gone like 3-2 and stuff, but since the first day when I figured out my team and everything, I've gone straight 4-1s or 5-0s. I had like 85% win rate for like over a course of 4 sets earlier.
Wow,
dude! I put it this way, and I posted another screenshot afterwards, right, last night, because I finally got my elo. Because we didn't play. I didn't play a lot during Toronto. I assume. Oh, yeah, you definitely didn't play. You just started playing GBL like yesterday.
Yeah,
but no, not yesterday. It was a couple days ago. But my starting elo was 24-38, right? And your starting elo isn't random. It depends on your win rates and how often you're winning. Even if you have a hidden elo the entire time. Even if you don't get it till later. I don't know. Did you know? Do you know anyone else that has that high of a starting elo? Right? I'm telling
that's
you,
a huge elo.
that's a huge starting elo.
Yeah.
Yo, Liquid Ken, one of the first people. He's my friend, right? I'm not even roasting him here. First person, he claims to be the first person to get his elo this season, right? It was like over a week ago. And I tuned into the stream last night, and guess what? His elo was only 1 point higher than my starting elo. I mean, he was like oscillating a lot back and forth because and to be fair to him, he was trying to play Fighting Cup, just no one was really playing it at the elo range. So I'm probably gonna run out of battles at this point because I don't know who's gonna play now that I have my elo.
Yeah.
I was getting Q times like in like rank 17 and stuff, so it's just not as many people playing, but it's a good meta. Yeah, okay, there's lack of variety, but like, is there that much variety in Open Great League? Like, what you running into like play dolls? Like, no, like you're still running into the meta, right? Like you run to grass hole and stuff. Like you run to a few more things, but it's way less fun. We already saw Magic Mason versus Brown Baller in that grand finals. It was so much fun because they were running mirror teams, and that's so much neutral play. Neutral play makes things way more exciting. I don't even care if every team has a Toxic Stroke. There's 1,000 different ways you could play that matchup with your 3 Pokemon.
Yeah. I agree with you. Like you said, in Toronto, we saw 2 people with the exact same teams play them incredibly differently. I think, and you might disagree with me, or you might like hard agree. This meta, I don't know. You could go either way.
Yeah.
This meta actually reminds me a bit of Master League because you can always anticipate Toxicroak in the back if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah.
Always Dialga in the back. You can have a really tough lead, but you can actually make a switch. And because the 2-turn counters are almost ubiquitous in the Fighting Cup meta, it gives players an opportunity to learn about charge of priority, learn about alignment, learn about energy farming, and like a non-complicated environment. Everyone's essentially taking the same steps unless you're using like Zen Headbutt or something. But
Well, Zenheadbutt's
essentially
not
it's
even
like
that good of a move either,
it's
too.
true.
Like, even against Toxicroak, I've beaten plenty of throws with my Toxicroak.
Yeah, it's essentially like Dragon Breath, right?
Mhm.
Both Pokemon have Dragon Breath, but you have to get your timing down, and you're on like similar segments, like
Mhm.
similar pacing with a lot of your moves. Some people really thrive in the condensed metas, but some people think it's like too limiting and they feel like they're constricted. But if you embrace that condensed meta and you kind of limit down what you're expecting to see, you can get yourself in the right mindset, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Master League in its DNA, but not on the surface. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a decent comparison. Out of the 3 open leagues, I think that is probably the best comparison. I would say it's probably most similar out of all the formats we've seen, probably to Flying
Mhm.
Cup. Flying Cup's really
Flying.
similar.
Oh,
I
okay,
actually
okay,
really
yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
Flying Cup, and people were saying the same thing, like, "Oh, Flying Cup's RPS and blah, blah, blah." I'm like, dude, what? Like, you know how many Amogus I beat with my Skarmory, my Steel Wing Skarmory? But the thing is, like, people just either don't have the patience or aren't good
Yeah,
enough to realize that you could find win cons outside of those things. Flying Cup was another really good meta that I climbed a lot in, but again, similar issue. People just didn't play it, so I had to play Open Great
yeah,
League a lot when I climbed to a certain point. I tried to hit Legend with it, and I literally was like, I was 2 points away, I think, and I couldn't hit Legend because no one was playing Flying Cup, so I was forced to play Open Great League, and I dropped a bunch. Yeah,
yeah.
so I had to hit it. It was the season when we made our first bet to Legend that season,
Mhm. I
but
remember getting Legend in Flying Cup during Go Battle Day. Do you remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there's a lot of play. Like Altaria into a Skarmory, you're throwing all resistant moves, you have a lot of win conditions still, right? It's same thing
Mhm.
with Machamp into Toxicroak. You can still beat Toxicroak even though you're throwing all resistant moves.
Mhm.
Just people are
Yeah.
either like, I don't know, too vanilla to try new things. I don't get it. Like you want to go back to like Grasshole League or like Trev
Noctowl,
Lantern.
Trevenant,
Yeah. I don't know.
Lantern.
Also, this is good because you learn like counts of things that you don't typically like. Who faces Heracrosses very often, right? Expand your
Mhm.
horizons, people. I don't know. It's just like here's the funniest part, right? And these might not be the same exact people, right? So I don't want to. I'm not trying to like put words in their mouth, but you have people saying it's just a bad meta, and then when I open Twitter, all people are complaining about is Open Great League meta. I'm like, what's like? I was like, okay, so what's? I don't hear anyone actually complain about Fighting Cup metas except for people that comment underneath my posts, right?
Yeah.
But you see people complain about Open Great League meta, and the same people that complain about the Fighting Cup meta are liking those posts. I'm just like, I don't know. Are you just a bitter soul? Like I don't get it, right? Like what's the argument here, right? Look, I'm not shy to admitting when I'm wrong, but so far I've not seen any compelling arguments besides the fact that it's a small meta. It doesn't matter. It's like
Yeah.
even if you have like six Pokemon could be really interesting if you just played the same six back and forth. I think one of the Sylph metas was a lot like that. It was the one that we had regionals in this past year. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Was it
not sure.
Architect? I don't know, but
Yeah, might have been
yeah,
Architect. Dude,
small meta, but it's really fun.
what was the last Go Battle League meta that united people and they really everyone loved it. Everyone thought it was great. I think the
Uh,
reception to Summer Cup was pretty good.
Summer Cup was okay. I didn't love it myself that much, but I think a
Yeah.
lot of people did like Summer Cup.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I'm trying to
I
remember.
feel like
It's hard to think of
Willpower
one.
was kind of mixed bag. I mean, it was just like DGen Central with all the Charmers and stuff too. I would actually be really curious how Willpower would do now because Charms got nerfed. Like I feel like Mana Bus just gets even more broken. Like it's just who wants to play Mana Bus
Yes.
mirrors? It was not fun. It took forever
Yeah, it's
too.
true.
Like Toshiro
Yeah.
mirrors are actually like much better in my opinion because it's
Mhm.
okay. I'll put it this way too, right? Like, let's throw some extra oil in the flames for this Ryan Swag and Caleb boxing match. I
Okay.
run a rank 1 Toxicroak and a rank 1 Shadow Machamp and a high rank Shadow Polyrath on my team, right? So my team is Toxicroak, Shadow Polyrath, Shadow Machamp. By the time people see this podcast, video will be out. It doesn't matter even if it wasn't. I wouldn't mind sharing that. Rank 1 Toxicroak in the lead. And you know what I do, Speedy Chief?
What?
I don't shield. I throw
You
the
let it
mud
through.
bomb on CMP. Now, there's a few different scenarios that happen here. One, they don't throw because they don't know who wins CMP, and they think that because sometimes people try to catch them up on like a Glaring Zapdos or something weird, right? Like
Mhm.
or a Polyrath, right? And you just
Mm.
burn so much energy. Like catching moves is really crucial in this cup too. I
Mm.
throw on CMP, and if they catch it, then I'll just charge with another mud bomb and then swap out, right? But I throw on CMP there, and most times if they also CMP me, I lose the CMP. I get hit by a mud bomb.
Yeah, of
I no
course.
shield it, and they always shield. And I tell
But you
you,
live it.
I live it, and I win most of these games still. I save for a sack swap later because shield management is way more important. If you get him down to shield, like you're Machamp and Poliwrath in a good spot, and you have a shield advantage, it's fine. People make the mistake of shielding that often. The other scenario is they don't swap, and they don't throw, and they don't swap, and they just stay in an overfarm. They throw an extra counter. So I throw them up bomb. They always shield, and then I swap, and then they're like, kind of like they're now playing into Poliwrath with their energy, and it's just not fun for them, right? And they had to burn their energy by throwing a sludge bomb or bait with my bomb. Either way, I get some energy back, and I still have a full health Toxic in the back, or I win CMP. Rank 1 Toxicroak, right? But here's the thing. Flip. Yeah, rank ones or high ranked Pokemon don't always lose CMP into lower ranked Pokemon because a lot of times there's like a 1484, 87 Toxicroak. Something. It's like missing half a power up, right? Like one power up. And so it actually has lower attack, even though it has a higher initial attack stat, like a IV, right? It's like a 5, 14, 15 or something, right? It still loses CMP, which is hilarious to me because you don't have the bulk and you lose CMP.
Because you're a level higher.
Right? Yeah, I'm telling you. There's a lot of people that are overthinking it. They're like, oh, there's going to be so many Toxicroak. I need CMP, right? You just play around the CMP and you're fine. This is exactly what I've been saying. You don't need to win CMP in a meta full of mirrors, especially a Toxicroak mirror, to win it. I just know I always lose CMP in most situations. I throw on 5, right? If I have energy, if they have more energy coming in, or whatever, I have more energy come in, or I just let it go, or whatever. Like, it's actually not that big of a deal. And rank 1 Shadow Machamp and like a high rank Poliwrath. 85% win rate, baby. You know?
There it is.
Ryan Swag, come at me.
Like, put on the gloves.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. I will say, too, because I was coaching one of my patrons, and I thought that his Shadow Machamp actually survived the throw longer, and the high. I got too used to my high rank Pokemon. Like there's stuff that like I just lift 1 or 2 extra counters, and it's just
Well, we talked about this before with Toronto as well. If you have those high rank Pokemon, it changes your approach, it changes your play style. If you have the attack breakpoint, you can afford to be more aggressive. You can play differently. You have to know yourself and know your Pokemon, just like you pointed out. You know?
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, look. Come at me if you think it's not the case. You should try it before Fighting Cup's gone.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun.
Is it a Shadow Poly or regular Poly?
I run Shadow Poly. You don't have to. I think Shadow Poly is better here. I run Ice Punch and Dynamic Punch. Dude, there's so many Poliwraths that run Scald and Ice Punch, and like they're just like stuck in the mirror, right? It's just awful. But Dynamic Punch also does more damage than Ice Punch. So if like you don't get one move off, I throw Dynamic Punch. But I like learn like I essentially have like a micro strategy for every single matchup. And then the mid to late game is where it gets really interesting because everyone plays it differently. So you have to adapt on the fly. That's where it's fun. The lead matchup, like there's so many different ways, like how I play into Heracross, Poliwrath leads, all that stuff. That's usually pretty standard. But then once you start catching and moving around with energy, it's like a whole different ball game. And here's the best part. Anytime you lose, you know it's your fault. Like, you know, there's certain things you get outplayed, right? But if you get outplayed, it's also your fault. But you literally could pinpoint exactly why you lose. Whereas, freaking when you're playing like Open Great League, like there's nothing I could have done here.
That's true. That's true.
Unless you're running a trash team with like Combuskin or something, right, on your team, which I've seen in the lower ranks. Yeah, when I was climbing, like if you're using a decent team with decent meta Pokemon, you have a reason. There's an explanation for why every time you lose, which is the best part because then you know how to improve, and that's I think it's a really good cup, especially for people less experienced or still trying to hone some of their mechanical skills and stuff to learn. But for those that already have that stuff, maybe like you, Speedy Chief, you can do it. You can do it.
I can try.
Shadow Machamp, I would say you probably could just run the non-Shadow too. The non-Shadow it sims better actually. It just tanks better.
Yeah, it's a little bit bulkier, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I got rank 1 Shadow Machamp, which why would I not?
Use it? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Use it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, look, if people still got words and still want to hash out with me, man. You can wait in line after Ryan's Swag for this boxing match. I got more juice in the tank.
There it is.
It's like Bastion. You could 1v3 sometimes teams.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Just so. Yeah, I guess you're saying that Ryan Swag is your Skarmory in this situation. You just have an easy win, smackdown all the way down.
I mean, look, I don't know. Like I said, Ryan Swag could be built like Popeye underneath, or like have a boxing or like wrestling background. I wouldn't be shocked, right? He seems like a stout guy, which means that a lot of stout people definitely. There's definitely a lot of wrestlers, I should say, and like fighters that are of that size. So it's like the lanky tall ones like CCO that I'm like, dude, sweat. Come on.
I mean, you can already tell Ryan Swag has more hair on his chest than CCO. Like, come on.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, if Ryan Swag had one piece of hair, I'm sure he has CCOB at this point.
Oh my god!
All right, but anyway, that's the tea for this week. We'll see.
That's it. Yeah,
we'll see. I look forward to the beard stream, the Battle Catz holiday stream, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should get festive. I don't know,
dude. We could do that too.
I need to get some festive stuff. I have I have a T-shirt. It's like a cat Christmas shirt. It's like cats wearing like Christmas hats and all this stuff. It's like wild.
Perfect.
I'll wear that. Perfect. I don't know if I should get a tree or not. I'll get a mini tree. I live in the studio, but I could change my lights in the background to be holiday theme.
Dude, we could wrap our mic stands with Christmas lights.
Oh, dude, that's actually not
we
bad.
We could get it popping.
A fire hazard? I don't know. We'll risk it, right?
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, we say this now.
Yeah, right.
I like it.
Fast forward.
Yo. Oh, we got some. We also could do is we have some Pokemon cards we can open up.
Yeah, true.
Packs.
Yeah,
some pack battles. Dude.
Yeah.
The whole
we can make it a whole thing, a whole holiday special.
Dude, let's do it. Yeah. Let's do it. Get the razor ready. Get the razor ready.
It's gonna be like a mechanical shave, and then the razor to like smooth it all out.
Yeah, I see like a lot of. I don't know if you're like this or not, but on Instagram and TikTok, I see a lot of people like shaving and stuff. It's like very therapeutic. Especially they use like the straight edge, like straight up blade, and just like cut it down. And they'll do like a full beard from the blade. Have you seen those videos? They'll just like full beard, not like
old school.
They don't trim it. They just like straight up. It's wild.
I don't know.
I don't want you to injure yourself or anything, but
I would say if I had like a barber on scene, maybe I consider it. Hit me with the straight edge.
I'll make a pit stop. Yeah. Anyone in the area got a blade?
Yeah. Who knows?
But anyway,
we'll figure it out. It's going to be good. I'd like to announce it on our. It's probably going to be this week.
It's going to be this week.
Yeah, I think it needs to be this week.
Well, it's got to be before Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're traveling.
Yeah. I mean, don't schedule around me. If it's a better day for you, just do it, and I'll watch the VOD.
No, I think it has to be this week. Maybe we could aim for like Wednesday or Thursday.
14, yeah, well, 15. Today's Monday, so you need to.
I know it's coming up.
It is coming up. Okay. Well,
yeah.
You let me know. I'll make it work. I'll get some holiday themed stuff. But
let's do it.
I'm looking forward to it. All right.
Yeah, me too.
I think that wraps it up for our episode 77, our first ever video podcast. We did it.
Let us know what you think down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what we think. Maybe next time you'll not be wearing green everywhere, but we'll figure it out. It's a good thing you didn't do a green screen because you would just blend in. I know. Right? Yeah.
I'd be a floating head. I'd be like neck and head.
Wait, I'm actually confused. So you have a green screen in your background and you have a larger green screen. What's that about?
Yeah, so essentially I have like this lime green is a pull down green screen, but it didn't quite cover the whole wall. And because the bed is right here, I'm like limited on space. So I put some green tarps on either side. So when you see my streams, there's actually 2 chroma keys. There's one for the dark greens and then one for the lime green.
That's what I was going to ask you because I was like, they like how do they blend, right?
Yeah, exactly. Two different chromas.
Gotcha.
All right. We advanced. Nightwing hates it. Nightwing thinks it's the worst thing ever. He always roasts me for my.
I mean, to be fair, I would have never guessed that you have that setup. So hey, if no one can tell, does it matter? Doesn't matter.
Exactly, Nightwing.
Yeah, let him know. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good one. If anyone disagrees with me on Fighting Cup, let me know why. Don't just say
fight him.
So yeah, fight me. Yeah, dude, I've been boxing all week in Fighting Cup, man. But don't just be like, "Oh, it's a terrible matter. It's just bad." Why? Is it worse than that Trevenant versus Noctowl or Noctowl versus Lantern? I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Even I don't want Speedy Chief to get the the RPS tattoo. Yeah. But
yeah, it have to be Trevenant, Noctowl, Lantern, Triad.
Yeah.
Noctowl's higher because it's flying, right?
Yeah.
Trevenant.
Yeah, your casting career is going to be short lived after that one,
dude. Yeah, nobody will want me.
Or actually, you should tattoo under your beard, so that once you shave it, then you tattoo, and then you gotta grow it out. So then every time we lose a bet, you reveal the tattoo again.
No, dude, that's a terrible idea.
I have the best ideas
for you.
in the world.
Oh, no, excuse me. For me, it's a terrible idea. For you, it's hilarious.
Yeah, but anyway, thanks all for joining. We'll catch you all next time. After our holiday stream, or after Arlington, either way. But yeah, have a good one and play some Fighting Cup. Peace. Oh, by the time they hear this, Fighting Cup will be almost over.
Well, fair enough.
It's okay.
Play.
If you didn't play it, you missed out. If you did play it, you got a good taste in life, sir, or ma'am, or whoever. But all right, peace.